Hello, book besties, and welcome back to my page. Today, I'm going to be doing a spoil video for a book, and this book is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. This is one of my favorite reads. It was my book of the month pick and best book on my book of the month in a long time. I can't wait to share it with you guys. If you guys are new to my page, my name is Amber. Welcome. Please give me a follow for more book reviews. First, I'm going to start off with a little spoil-free review for all of you who do want to read this book still and don't want any spoil. After Cleo's mother Alex passes back to her family home to revamp it on her social media platform. Family actually has a really dark past, and so does the house. His mother actually writes a book about the house and the family and the possession that takes place in the house, and Cleo actually stumbles upon that book while revamping the house. The book talks about the family's dark past and the demon that inhabits the house, and that's when things take a turn for the terrifying. This novel was extremely well written. If you have not read any Rachel Harrison books before, please check her out. Her novels are so beautiful, they're almost poetic. That is it for my spoiler-free review. Now the spoiler queen comes out. If you don't want any spoilers, then please scroll, but come back after you've read it. Daphne, Lita, and Cleo are three sisters, and their mother suddenly passes away. They end up finding out, and the other sisters are actually not close to the mom, but Cleo wants to attend the funeral and also start revamping the old family house. Wants to redo this house on her social media, and even though her father and her sisters are against it, she goes ahead and does that. She moves into the house part-time to start redecorating. Alex is the mother, and she actually wrote a book about the house being possessed by a demon, which Cleo actually finds a copy of the book in the house while she's revamping it that was written for her by her mother, and there's footnotes in it. And she soon finds out how her whole life was flipped upside down, and her mother's was as well. She reads the book even though she made a pact with her sisters to never read it. This is where the novel starts getting very scary. I was actually reading this in the dark because I love reading horror books in the dark, and it really scared me. I kept thinking that someone was in the room with me. I was checking every corner. I had to stop reading it at some point and finish the next day, even though I did not want to stop. I was really, really enjoying it, but this novel actually scared me. Cleo starts to realize through this book that she was actually connected to this demon and really close to it and actually talking to it as a child. And it had actually connected to her mother as well. And she has no memory of this. Then it gets really scary because the demon starts communicating with her again. And at first it's through scratches and write like smiley faces in her notebook. And then it actually says hi to her one day. She ends up actually telling the demon that it needs to play nice with her if she's going to stay there with it and remodel the house. And I loved the title play. I also love that there's a novel in a novel and that Cleo is reading a novel throughout this novel and you're actually reading it too. So there's two in one, and I loved that. While Cleo's reading her mother's novel, she starts realizing that her family told a ton of lies about her. Her sisters lied about her actually attacking Cleo when that was not the truth, and her dad's painted her out to be this crazy woman so that he could make up for all the bad that he did to her. Her mother actually had the girls taken from her because of all these lies, so this really starts to pile on Cleo, who is most like her mother. She starts to pull away from her family, and they start to get desperate and start treating her like they treated her mother. After a big argument with her family, Cleo actually spirals, and her sisters actually end up joining up together at the house and end up coming face to face with this demon. The sisters don't, but they do have experiences with it in that moment, and Cleo actually comes face to face with it. Ends up giving it a locket of hers, a piece of herself, in order to have peace with it and to leave the house while it still has a part of her. She ends up finding out all the dirty secrets of her family and truly finally understands her mother at the end of this. She has an amazing quote that says, "I think it's easier to call someone crazy than admit that they could be right." And I feel like that quote ties this novel perfectly into the whole story. I loved it. It was so beautifully written. It was horrifying and terrifying, but also had some of the realest moments I've experienced in a novel. We even have a love story with a golden retriever neighbor, and he's hot too, as described. And I love that. I love that a lot of the characters are extremely flawed. We find out their past and their darkness, but they end up still being lovable also. Play Nice is a novel that shows you that family does have dark secrets and sometimes some extremely haunting realizations. We never truly forget our past or our pain, and this novel dives into that beautifully. And one of the scariest haunted house novels I have read in a very long time. If you have not read Play Nice by Rachel Harrison yet, grab it. You're going to devour it, but make sure you do it with the lights on.